Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So for today's paper, we are going to go through the 2018 paper one, right? So let me get this to full screen now so that we may begin. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Share, 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 share. Share with your classmates so that they can also benefit from watching the channel. Right? I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I know that the videos have been very helpful to you. So I'm just asking you to subscribe to the channel. All right. Number one says, which of the following are mainly responsible for the socialization of children in a Caribbean nuclear family? So this question is saying that all of the suggested answers are responsible for socialization in some way or form, but which one is the main agent of socialization? Is it A, aunts, B, parents, C, cousins, D, grandparents? The answer for number one is B, parents. Some persons might say grandparents, but grandparents help out if the parents are absent, or the parents might be there but ask the grandparents to assist with them. The main responsibility for socialization is the parents. So number one is B, parents. Number two now says, which of the following is not a characteristic of the extended family? So 3 are characteristics and 1 is not. Parents alone are responsible for child care. The age are regarded as a family responsibility. C, cultural traditions are handed down more easily. D, individual members are provided with a secure environment. So the one there that is not a characteristic of the extended family is A, parents alone are responsible for childcare. No, other family members help out with childcare in an extended family. No, 3 says the family produces children and maintains the population, right? To which function of the family does the statement above refer? Is it A, economic, B, emotional, C, procreation, D, socialization? The answer is C, procreation. That is the continuation of the human race when the family produces children or have babies. Number 4 says the process by which a child learns acceptable behavior is known as A, cooperation, B, socialization, C, indoctrination, or D, personalization. The answer is B, socialization. Number 5, which of the following statements best describes a conjugal family? Anywhere you see the word conjugal, it refers to a married couple. Always remember that. Is it A, family relationships have developed through marriage? B, one or both parents may be absent from the home. C, offspring have become adults and have left the home. Or D, family relationships have developed through bloodlines. Answer for number 5 is A, family relationships have developed through marriage. Number 6, which of the following is the best reason why some parents in the Caribbean are unable to perform their roles as caregivers? Is it A, the state provides daycare centers for parents? B, most mothers and fathers live with their parents? C, parents have the resources to employ babysitters? D, parents must work to provide for the family. So which of the following is the best reason why some parents are unable to perform their roles as caregivers? All of them could affect the parents performing their roles, right? The state provides daycare centers for parents. We know that's not true, especially here in Jamaica. We don't know if that's so we can strike out that one. Good. Most mothers and fathers live with their parents, but what does that say about them being caregivers? Nothing really, so we can strike that out too. So we are left with C and D. Parents have the resources to employ babysitters, right? Or parents must work to provide for the family. So it says, which of the following is the best reason why some parents in the Caribbean are unable to perform their roles as caregivers? The answer is D, parents must work to provide for their family. So because they have to work, then now they have to employ somebody to be caregivers or ask somebody to be caregivers for their child or children until they come from work. So the answer for number 6 is D, parents must work to provide for the family. Number 7, which of the following development is most likely to cause conflict in the family? Is it A, older siblings seeking employment? B, children receiving tertiary education? C, the desire of parents to provide for the needs of the family, or D, change in the role of men and women in society. What can cause the most conflict? D, change in the role of men and women in the family, right? Sometimes, many times now we see that the women are going out to work. Men might not be the central authority figure in the household anymore. Some men are choosing to stay home, while some men are running away from their responsibilities. And sometimes too, when a woman works, earns more than a man, it can also cause conflict. So the answer for number 7 is the changes in the roles of men and women in the family. So let's move on to number 8. Number 8, which of the following will most likely result in unstable family life? So you need a combination of 2 or all 3. Is it I, lack of respect among family members? I, one parent involved in extramarital relationships, or I, equal employment opportunity for both parents. Question again says, which of the following will most likely result in unstable married life? Unstable family life. So, which of the following is most likely to result in unstable family life? So we look at lack of respect. Can that make the family become unstable? Yes, most definitely. One parent involved in extramarital relationships, can that make the family become unstable? Yes, because a problem that if bun is being given. Equal employment opportunities for both parents, can that cause conflict? More than likely, no. Even if it does, small reason why it would cause conflict. So the answer is I and I. So the answer for number 8 is A, I and I only. Number 9 now says, which of the following is a likely consequence of drug abuse? What might be a negative effect, negative impact, a negative result of drug abuse? Would A, having high self-esteem, B, learning coping mechanisms, C, experiencing general improvement in health, or D, increasing need for personal counseling? Answer for number 9 is D, increasing need for personal counseling. Person might need counseling to get off of drugs, right? Number 10, Caribbean governments have improved the rights of children born out of wedlock, right? How has they done this? How have they done this? A, providing incentives for their parents to get married. B, building more foster homes for abandoned children. Or C, passing laws to allow them to qualify for inheritance. Or D, passing laws to control sexual relations outside of marriage. Answer for number 10 is C. They have legitimized children born out of wedlock by passing laws to allow them to qualify for inheritance. Number 11 now. The custom of parents selecting future husbands and wives for their children is most closely associated with our ancestors from A, India, B, Africa, C, China, D, Europe. Answer for number 11 is A, India. Number 12, annulment refers to A, the infidelity of a spouse, B, the cancellation of a marriage, C, disagreement between spouses, or D, a marriage performed in a church. Answer for number 12 is B, annulment is the cancellation of a marriage. Number 13, a society is best described as a group of people, A, living in a foreign country, B, protesting about its human rights, C, held together by a common culture, or D, working together in the same community. A society for number 13, a society. All right, for number 13, you are going to put your answers in the comment section. So tell me, is it A, B, C, or D for number 13? Number 14 now. A subculture usually refers to a group within a wider culture and which has its own distinct, is it A, lifestyle, B, leisure pursuits, C, political system, D, occupation and trade. Subculture has its own lifestyle. So number 14 is A. Number 15 now. Which of the following may be classified as an informal group? Is it A, a youth club, B, cricket team, C, study meeting, or D, community council? Answer for number 15 is C, study meeting. All the others are formal groups because they have rules and regulations, marks of identity in some of them, right? There is not open membership. There is a procedure to become members in a youth club, a cricket team, a community council. The only informal group there is a study meeting, right? Because those are just casual persons getting together to study. Good, they don't have the characteristics of a formal group. That group doesn't have the characteristics of a formal group. Number 16, a democratic leader usually has the ability to A, suggest, direct, dictate, B, direct, suggest, motivate, C, lead, command, and dominate, D, motivate, dictate, and dominate. We know a democratic leader is not a dictator because a dictator is an autocratic leader. So anyone that has been the word dictate, we eliminate those. So A, that says suggest, direct, and dictate, that is out because dictate is in it, right? B says motivate, dictate, and dominate, to strike out that because it has the word dictate in there. C says lead, command, and dominate. A democratic leader wouldn't dominate, right? Because that Yago kind of sort of be autocratic too and stamping the authority whether people like it or not. So a democratic leader now would be direct, suggest, and motivate. Number 17, which of the following is not a requirement for group cohesion? Right? In order for the group to gel, to work together, what is not required? Is it A, commitment, B, good leadership, C, charismatic authority, D, written and unwritten rules? Answer for number 17 is C, charismatic authority, right? That is not a requirement for group cohesion. Number 18, a manager tells his employees that he will increase the pay of his most productive worker at the end of the month. In this situation, the manager is attempting to increase production through, if him say anybody who work the most or who work the hardest is going to get a prize. What do you think is going to motivate them to want to work? A, conflict, B, cooperation, C, competition, D, compromise. Answer is C, competition, because everybody is going to try to work as hard as possible to outwork the other person. So that is competition. Number 19, which of the following is the most likely result of a compromise? Is it A, workers arguing in a cafeteria line, B, a football team working to win a match, C, two students involved in a writing contest, or D, a husband and wife agreeing to share household chores? Compromise, D, a husband and wife agreeing to share household chores, even though the man is not traditionally responsible for doing domestic duties. He can strike a compromise and say because he's working or the wife might have a lot doing, he can also assist. Number 20, which of the following groups imparts moral values and ideals to citizens? Is it A, banks, B, schools, C, government, D, trade unions? That one is pretty easy and clear cut. The answer for number 20 is B, schools. Number 21, the political party which forms the government in the first past the post system is the party that wins the most what? Is it A, seats, B, votes, C, candidates, D, supporters, right? It's not supporters, not votes, right?